roads can be a little bit mysterious to some, as being used to driving around on our tar arteries, we find the dirt road to be nostalgic and mysterious. I'm on a dirt road in Marlborough, Mass, and I'm heading for Sheffield. And it's interesting because the place that I'm heading and the fishing we're going to do today is going to be in the Housatonic River at the beginning at the site where Tom Reed, when he was 5 years old, had an experience with a UFO. Now, can UFO sightings be history? Well, in the case of this one, it certainly can be, because the governor of the state of Massachusetts a few years ago, Charlie Baker, who's head of the NCAA basketball right now, he declared the site to be an official UFO memorial park, much to the chagrin of some of the more conservative types in the community. A pair of smallmouths are attacking minnows. These guys are hungry. They're hungry and they're ready to eat. Old 97's coming. Beetroot's here. RTO Beetroot and Price at the Thomas B. Reed UFO Memorial Park and the historic covered bridge. This is screaming everything that fishing historic places is about. And you think about what fishing historic places is all about. It's about fishing, thus the fish, and it's about history. The Tom B. Reed Memorial Park and the Sheffield Historic Covered Bridge that's been restored with a metal roof, which isn't necessarily how they did it, right, Tom? I think they didn't really use metal roofs on those things.
Especially not slope roofs.
Yeah, oh, you got to be careful about slope roofs in these days that we live in today. So the cool thing about rivers is how much they change. And so we fished this river multiple times, and every time you come, it's a little different. You know, the floods, springtime floods, winter ice, it just constantly changes the structure of the river. So rivers have pikey looking spots, and that's one of them right there. So I throw, just like Tom did. And I got the spinnerbait, and I bring that spinnerbait across. Now whenever there's a spot on the river where the current is been cut back, like what we're looking at right here, you definitely want to hit it, because that's where they are. And they'll just come out of nowhere. You just hold on. So we're fishing right below the Tom B. Reed UFO Memorial Park. And Sheffield has got so much history as a community. This is where Elizabeth Freeman did her famous walk. This is the community that is responsible for the end of slavery in Massachusetts, which is really cool if you think about it. This is where the last battle of Shays' Rebellion was fought. If you're into just walking around and looking at old New England, it's got some beautiful old homes. It's also got some great ruins of old mills, lime kilns. This just a beautiful historic community. And a great little historical society in the center of town, open on Sundays, but they have a gift shop that I think is open more. So if you're interested and you're over here. Tom likes the distillery. There's a distillery here. What's it called, Tom? What's that distillery called? Berkshire something or other distillery. They make whiskey. And I have both had our problem. We had to cut our way through last time, Tom, remember? Ooh, a pike just followed me in, Tom. Yep, right over here. I'm beyond it now. Oh! I just turned the camera on, Tom. You're letting the people down. They want to see fish. Well, we're in the Housatonic River. They're going to see fish. They should relax. You're at home watching this right now. Relax. Oh, yeah. Oh! Swim jig. One whacked it. One whacked the chatterbait. Keep it out in the middle. I got the big net. He got broke off by a big pike. Beetroot. That looked like about a 34, 35 inch pike. Tom, there's a bunch of fish pushing little fish up against the bank in front of you. I saw it. That was a nice fish. Oh, we're going over weeds. There's beautiful weeds here and drop-offs. Holy cow. Holy cow, Tom. He had a nice pike. That was a big pike. That was bigger than anything that we had at Nelson Lake. I landed and one whacked it. Literally, it went into the water and one crashed it. That's where the fish was getting. This is a good fish. Holy cow! What the heck is this? That's where the little fish were getting chased. What are we looking at here? Tom, this is a big one. I don't know yet. Yeah, he's a pike, not a big pike. Oh no, he's not. He's a largemouth. Holy cow! Shocking. Right where I saw him up against the shore, he was chasing little fish. Look at that one, Tom. A nice one. Nice fat guy. Fat river fish. Not a bad one. You know, like as far as our river guys go, he hit the grub. He took the grub down deep. Oh, he's around my foot. Oh no. Oh no. Look at him. Oh, he's a scrapper. You know, as the river bass goes, he's a pretty good one. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's 4-pounders, maybe even 5 in this river, but right there at that bluff, that's crazy. There's another one. Oh, he got off. It's like, what kind of memory do fish have? Oh, there's another. Oh, no. Yeah. It felt so good, though. It's like, yes. Yes. You do, Tom. We are literally 200 yards into the float, maybe 300. That's a good little guy. Yeah, he's not big, but I mean, he's game. Ah. And I got to apply some sunblock because it's that kind of day where you get lit up, Tom. You know, it's got that overcast quality to. Oh, look at that mud bank over there, Tom. Oh, yeah. There's big, like, hunks of clay that come off that bank. And it creates more structure than you think. You know, you're like, that's just a mud bank. But it's actually got chunks of clay, and they can hang in it. You can see the chunks. Oh, I'm looking at it right now. I quickly make the move. The cornfield, Tom. Big cornfield. We know that bass love corn. They're huge fans of corn. Carp. There's got to be some more carp. They're probably diving up off the river and just taking entire stalks. The local farmers are freaking out. Housatonic carp. We got all the corn they can ever eat. Oh yeah. I got my feet in the water because it's going to be close to 90 today. Oh. And that's why we're using the Housatonic for a bass float. You know, we're not using it for trout, although there's trout in here and they might attack by accident. We're going after the warm water species and the pike. Look at that. There's morning glories that are just on the side of the river growing wild. Oh, there's one of them big old pterodactyls over there. He's actually not that big for the pterodactyl. Big old blue heron right on the end of my rod there. Just sitting there eyeing us. He's over there in that snag because he's knowing there's fish there. He's got good eyes. He knows what we don't. So our goal is to fish where the blue heron fishes, right, Tom? Wherever you see the blue heron fish, you should fish. Tom and I are both a fan of using the natural signs of nature to dictate our casting. Look at Tommy, put one right over there. Using nature as a guide. Oh, I put on a little spinner bait, which has got a little tube jig on it. And, it's making me happy. Oh, Tom's caught nature. Sticks are nature. There that blue heron is. He's still looking. He's looking, and he knows there's somebody on that snag. And this is pikey looking water here too, especially on the other side of that snag. You know, it's almost a shame to scare the guy because he's been eyeing the meal for a while, but you know what? Nope, he's jumping. Let's see if he sticks around. I'm going to throw outside here. I wonder what size. Oh, I've seen blue heron take trout that are as big as 17, 18 inches. I have seen them, not much bigger than him. And like a stork, if they can get the head in their mouth, they can swallow it. And it's unbelievable watching that fish go down the gullet. It's crazy. Oh, yes! No!
It meanders so much, and there's also a couple ponds down the end. So we have to skip down into them.
And I'll tell you, there's pike in those ponds, Scotty.
What pond?
On this. They're connected to this. Scott, throw across in here. Tom, I just put it past it. Oh, okay.
They're all like
That's a good fish, Tom. Beetroot's got a big one, too. What do you got, Tommy? I can't do you and beetroot. That's a good fish, Tom. Uh-oh. Tom, we're at the gallows. There's the gallows. Tom hooks up at the gallows. Look at that fish, Tom. That's a nice smallmouth.
Oh, yeah.
Nice river smallmouth. Beauty. I don't know what we got here, but he hit that thing like a son of a gun. Right off the shore. He was on the shore, and he just came. Nice. We got 3 fish on here. But I don't know what I got. I got oh, he's a nice smallmouth. Oh, yeah. He hit that like a son of a gun. Wow. Wow. I'm trying to keep the kayak coming the right way. Wow, nice fish. He's got that river smallmouth look to him. He's got that mottled back. Oh, there he is. He got off right there as I took the lure out of his mouth in the water. Never got to show him to you, though. Solid fish. And I had literally dropped the spinnerbait right on top of him. I put the spinnerbait right along the shore, and he was there, and he was ready to cooperate. I almost guarantee you. Oh, it's too shallow there. When you land on the shore, it's too shallow, I've noticed. You know, people will say that, you know, you don't believe them, but a lure on shore is a little too shallow. Oh, there's that crazy pterodactyl again. Now, a snag like this has got a pike under it, for sure. Do you want to catch a pike in this snag? I don't think I do right now. I'm going to have to back it over here just because I don't feel like getting pulled into that crap. People back at home listening to me gibber, Tom, would they think that I was engaging in alcoholic beverages on the boat? They might. But people that don't know me, they don't know that I will never partake in alcoholic beverages in a boat or in any fishing expedition. I could have a beer later or something. But I think you got to stay completely clear-headed because, you know what? Alcohol gets you messed up. Even though you don't think, I only had one beer, it's got you a little bit off. It's oh, look at that! There he is. He's staring at the water. He's literally leading us from fish to fish. Everywhere this guy is, we've been catching fish. See him, Tom? Look at him. Oh, one hit it, Tom! I flew the water. There he is, another one. The blue heron pattern. Unbelievable, Tom! Hit that shoreline. I can't even believe it. Where the heron stalks, the fish lurk. So he's watching these smallmouths, which must be chasing little fish. I got 2 hits on that cast. That is so funny. He's standing there looking down like he was ready to go, and I stole his meal. And this is the one dangerous thing about the Housatonic is these massive snagolas. And if the water's too high, the current's too strong, these can be dangerous. Stay away from... Oh! Would you look at those summer oyster mushrooms growing right there out of that maple? Drags me over to the snag because I am like fired up. Tom! Summer oysters! Oh no! Oh, I've never picked them like this before. This is going to be tricky. One of my favorite mushrooms right there. Oh, another nice smallmouth. These are not little. You know, we're down the river, or up the river from where we are. There's a lot more small ones. These are chunkers. You know, as river fish go, that's a chunker. I just literally landed the cast, and a smallmouth picked it up and just said, "I'm eating that." Right here, Tom. Oh, that's got to have fish. Oh, yeah. Oh, we just went over a big smallmouth. They're taking it, too. They're not, like, nibbling this spinnerbait. They're, like, inhaling it. I was doing a practice cast because I had just bent the spinnerbait, you know, so I'm like, I'll throw a practice cast. See how it's running, you know. Oh, this is so good looking. You're so good looking. Oh, come on. And it definitely seems like there's active smallmouths on the shoals, like they're pushing bait up against the. Oh, that was a good one. It's everywhere, and I'm using a bigger spinnerbait. Tom's got it figured out. He's throwing the grubs into this deep hole right along this bank where the beaver was bringing the corn down. There's got to be carp here, Tom. Look at that. That's a nice one. Okay. Solid. Ooh. And it's tempting to want to stop and just stay in one area, you know? Yeah, but there's so many good areas all along. The grub in front of the corn. We got a grub corn pattern. Oh yeah, look at this, Scott. Come on. This is where you want to hook a pike right here. You got some room to maneuver. You know, they're not going to get into that. Well, there's probably a lot of logs and stuff under the river here. Scott's a native slayer. You guys know him as Beetroot, but his given name, his Christian name is Scott. I'm not going to divulge it. Oh, there we go! Oh, yes! Yeah, they are. These little smallmouths. They're not Lake George size, but they're... Oh! Yeah, they seem to be driving minnows up against the bank. Tom's got one too. Nice. Right over the top. I got to get mine off now. And you know, you're going along the river, And it's a lot of sandy bottom here. Not a lot of rocks in this part of the river. And these fish are just everywhere. It's weird. This is 3 in a row, and they're up on the bank. You're casting on the bank. It falls in the water. You literally crank it a couple times, and there they are. Another smallmouth. And again, 3/4 pounder. Not a bad fish. And they're taking it deep. They're not messing with it at all. Uh-oh. Nice. We got multiple structures. Looks like there might have been. Tom's got one.
Not a big one, but he chased it. I could see him coming before he hit it. Small.
Yeah, so what? It's a nice little guy. Oh, he's cooperating nicely. Now, right here, Tom, come on. We got rocks. I mean, we haven't had any rocks all float so far. Look at the boulders over there. Oh. We got a variety of structure. I'm coming in closer. Tom can take that one. Oh, this is scaring me. Oh, there might be a hog here. Down tree, boulders. Oh. I guarantee you Beetroot's going to spend like a half an hour here.
I can hear him yelling back
What a jump. What a jump this guy gave me. They're right up against the bank as usual. That's a big one. And they're not taking prisoners, Tom. They're... Yes.
behind the river guy.
Yeah, but it's... Oh!
I think the hook's too big for him. There's a big chatterbait.
Yeah, you're going to get a smallmouth there because there's rocks. But you're going to get a pike on the other side of that log. I'm not going to cast. I'm casting over here. Yes! Yeah, because there's rocks. So he throws over there and he nails a smallmouth. Of course. Oh, he came off.
There gotta be a little one because this hook is too big for him.
Going for a ride. Now that's the spot right there. Not that I didn't expect that there'd be a pike there. It was just, it was a... You just got one there? Or what are they doing? This is unbelievable. Tom's got one. Oh, yes. Yeah, beautiful. It's got the clay undercut banks, and then there's just big hunks of that clay laying there. So these fish are just hanging and banging. They're getting the babies, as the baby fish come down the current. Another one, feisty. I mean, spinnerbait right along the shore. They just whale it. Not a bad one. Tom's on again. They're just on this bank. It's so funny how when you find them, you find dozens of them. I mean, we can catch little fish all along the river. Then you get to these, especially here, cut banks. Even more than gravel. Like a lot of times on the Housatonic, you find a gravel bar and you find a lot of smallmouth. Well, in this case, they seem to be relating to cut banks. There's another nice size one. Came out of nowhere. Just crushed it. Oh, he just splashed us. Oh, he's jumping at us. He doesn't care. Well, he's a nice guy. Solid. Nice. Well, what was the fun of that? I came over to film a good fight, and you just made it too easy. Oh, look at you. We didn't even get to see the fish. People on YouTube are not happy. I'm losing subscribers. What's this? Whoa! That's a fish. Tail rocking. River smallmouth. They are nuts. Now look at the size of this pig. This is a 3. Oh, he gets me wet. He's going to try to hook my foot. He's pushing me into the obstruction. Oh, yeah. On the whopper plopper. Man, that was a beautiful hit. Yeah, look at that guy. I'm going to show him to you.
I go, yeah, we can hunt this. He goes, no. He goes, you can't hunt. He goes,
Whoa. Whoa! He just took off like a rocket. I hooked him here. He jumped way over there.
So he's like, no, you're not supposed to. He goes, it's conservation. He goes, but you can't hunt it. I go, are you freaking kidding? I go, why didn't you say? He goes, I didn't even know. He goes, because I was saying to Bobby, he goes, that's all it's